Hello kids, Josh here again, and once again it is time for another episode of the Bible, and this is an atheist point of view, where I, the average atheist, am reading from the New International Version of the Bible, just one chapter at a time and one chapter per video. Mainly because I find it absolutely hysterical. Kitty, go away! I have cats, by the way. Mainly because I find it absolutely hysterical, and, well, I just giggle my ass off every time I read it, just because it just sounds so insane. Not to mention how contradictory it is, and it's very, just shows the real true side of Christianity, just how evil and fucked up it is. Anyways, so yeah, that's why I read it. Before I go on, I also read the bumper music, and I'm getting funky. Gotta love funk. Alright, where I left off was Numbers chapter 16. This one is paraphrased: Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Verse 1. Korah, son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi. Okay, that's quite the line there. And certain Reubenites, certain ones, not all of them, just certain ones. Dathan and Abiram, son of Eliab, and On. What a name! His name is On. O-N. Hey, On. Oh, I'm not on. I'm off. That's my brother, On. And On, son of Peleth. Off was not with him at the time. With them were 250 Israelite men, well-known community leaders who had been appointed members of the council. They came as a group to oppose Moses, and Aaron said to them, "You have gone too far. The whole community is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is with them. Why then do you set yourselves above the Lord's assembly?" Assembly? We're gonna have an assembly in the, Gotcha, God. Verse 4. When Moses heard this, he fell face down. And broke his nose. Verse 5. Then he said to Korah and all his followers, after he straightened out his nose, "In the morning the Lord will show who belongs to him and who is holy, and he will have that person come near him. The man he chooses, he will cause to come near him." What? Fuck? The man he chooses, he will... What? He will cause to come near him. That just... Verse 6. You, Korah, and all your followers are to do this. Take censers, and tomorrow put fire and incense with some nagchampa in them before the Lord. Because he likes shit that burns. "I love the smell of burning shit," the Lord said. The man the Lord chooses will be the one who is holy. You Levites have gone too far. Gone too far, man. Verse 8, Moses also said to Korah, "Now listen, you Levites, isn't it enough for you that the God of Israel has separated you from the rest of the Israelite community and brought you near himself to do the work at the Lord's tabernacle, and to stand before the community and minister to them? Verse 10, he has brought you and all your fellow Levites near himself. But now you are trying to get the priesthood too. It is against the Lord that you and all your followers have banded together. Who is Aaron, and who should grumble against him?" Verse 12, Then Moses summoned Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab. Fuck, I hate these names. Why can't they be normal? But they said, "We will not come. It is enough that you have brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the desert. Milk and honey and coffee and donuts. And now you also want and now you also want to lord it over us? Doesn't make any sense. And now you also want to lord it over us. Lord it. Verse 14, moreover, you haven't brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, or given us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Will you gouge out the eyes of these men? No, we will not come. Will you gouge out these men? No, we will not come. Alright, verse 15. Then Moses became very angry and said to the Lord, do not accept their offering. I have not taken so much as a donkey from them, nor have I wronged any of them. Not so much of even a jackass. Not even so much as a donkey. Donkey ain't much. Verse 16, Moses said to Korah, you and all your followers are to appear before the Lord tomorrow. You and they and Aaron. Each man is to take his censer and put incense in it, 250 censers in all, and present it before the Lord. You and Aaron are to present your censers also. Censers? Okay. Must be so sensitive. Verse 18. So each man took his censer, put fire and incense in it, and stood with Moses and Aaron at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Verse 19, then Korah had gathered all his followers in opposition to them at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Oh, this glory of motherfucking tent of meeting. The glory of the Lord appeared to the entire assembly. And then they were released and allowed to go back to the fifth period. Verse 20, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, separate yourselves from this assembly so I can put an end to them at once. Alright, Vader. Verse 22, but Moses and Aaron fell face down and cried out, O God, God of the spirits of all mankind, will you be angry with the entire assembly when only one man sins? Of course you will. Verse 23, then the Lord said to Moses, say to the assembly, move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Just get the fuck away from the tents. Verse 25, Moses got up and went to Dathan, Abiram, and the elders of Israel, and followed him. He warned the assembly, move back from the tents of these wicked men. Wicked. Dude, that's fucking wicked. Do not touch anything belonging to them, or you will be swept away because of all their sins. So they moved away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Dathan, Abiram had come out and were standing with their wives, children, and little ones at the entrances to their tents. Little wives. What about their pets? I guess they weren't allowed pets in biblical times. Verse 28, then Moses said, this is how you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all these things and that it was not my idea. I'm not that creative. I need a God for that, yeah. Oh, shit. Verse 29, if these men die in natural death and experience only what usually happens to men, then the Lord has not sent me. Okay, so if I die, it wasn't God. Yeah, good way to test yourself, you dumbass. Verse 30, but if the Lord brings up something totally new, it's totally shiny and new. And the earth opens its mouth and swallows them. Swallows them. He said swallow. With everything that belongs to them. And they go down alive into the grave. And then you will know that these men have treated the Lord with contempt. Those miserable, rotten bastards. Alright, verse 21. Shit, I told you this shit's funny though. Verse 31, as soon as he finished saying all this, the ground under them split apart, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them. With their households, and all Korah's men, and all their possessions. They went down alive into the grave with everything they owned. The earth closed over them, and they perished and were gone from the community. Alrighty then. You understand that? They were fucking gone, man. There's no coming back. They are gone. Well clarified. Verse 34, at their cries, all the Israelites around them fled, shouting, the earth is going to swallow us too! Oh shit. Well, hurry up and involve and invent the helicopter. Verse 35, and fire came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering the incense. Verse 36, the Lord said to Moses, tell Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, take the censers out of the smoldering remains, scatter the coals some distance away, and the censers are holy. The censers of the men who sinned at the cost of their lives. God's a douchebag like that. Hammer the censers into sheets to overlay the altar, for they were presented before the Lord and have become holy. Let them be assigned to the Israelites. Verse 39, so Eleazar, the priest, collected bronze censers brought up by those who had been burned up, and he had them hammered out to overlay the altar. Okay, why couldn't have just said something like, so Eleazar did what he said? No, let's go ahead and read up. I was a fucking retard. Verse 40, as the Lord directed him through Moses, was to remind the Israelites that no one except a descendant of Aaron should come to burn incense before the Lord. But don't fire an egg. Champa because he doesn't like that kind. Next time get something maybe like Jenna. Or he would become like Korah and his followers. I do have to have little parts in there that I'm not actually. FYI. Where did I leave off? Let's see. Verse 42, but when the assembly gathered in opposition to Moses and Aaron and turned toward the tent of meeting, suddenly the cloud covered it. The glory of the Lord appeared. The cloud. God whipped out his iPhone and sent him a text and said, you suck. Verse 43, then Moses and Aaron went to the front of the tent of meeting, and the Lord said to Moses, get away from this assembly so I can put an end to them at once. And they fell face down. I see that every time, you know, they fell face down. You know, they got no arms, they had no way holding themselves up. Fuck it. Okay. Verse 46, then Moses said to Aaron, take your censer and put incense in it, along with fire from the altar, and hurry to the assembly to make atonement for them. Wrath has come out from the Lord. The plague is stopped. Wrath has come out. Verse 47, so Aaron did as Moses said, and ran into the midst of the assembly. A plague had already started among the people, but Aaron offered the incense and made atonement for them. He stood between the living and the dead. Alrighty then. And the plague stopped. But 14,700 people died from the plague. Well, sucked to be them. In addition to those who had died because of the Korah. Then Aaron returned to Moses at the entrance to the tent of meeting, for the plague had stopped. Right, the fucking good. Well, kids, once again, it's Josh, and this is from the Bible, Atheist Point of View.